Hello, we are back with yet another video. If you've been following along with my anatomy series, you'll know that today is the torso. In this video, I actually go into the back a little bit, so we get two birds with one stone. Alright, to talk about the torso, I will be discussing a whopping 4 muscle groups, kind of 5. So the first thing to do when studying anything is underline what it is you're studying. That is why I've written down the muscles we'll be looking at, -1, I'll talk about it later, and then wrote down the things I want to keep in mind when studying them. A being the purpose, B the connection points, and then C some simple shapes that might make it easier to understand. First muscle group, the abs. The abdominal muscle group is designed to scrunch in the torso. It's connected to the pelvic crest and about a rib higher to where the xiphoid process is. One of the biggest things you can do wrong with the abs is to divide it into equal squares. Don't. Not only do the abs not look like that, it's too equal and boring. Instead, there's a pattern to the indentions between the abs. Think of an arrow gradually unfolding over 3 lines. The first line points up to the ribcage, the second line is slightly flatter, and then the third line is straight, and is also where the navel is located. The abs themselves bend a little bit above the navel, keep that in mind. Also, I found out that it's not proportionally split into thirds like I thought either, kind of like the fingers. There's more muscle below the bottom line. It's like if you draw an upside down cross first and then do the upper 2 divisions above that line. Back to the square muscles in the abdomen I don't really like. How these sections of the abs are in reality fix most of this problem. Here's a little tip on flow and leading the eye through the picture. If you think of flow as water, right, and you start pouring it down the abs, it'll slide gently down the first section, then the second, and then stop at the navel line. While your eyes move past it, there is a split-second stop at the horizontal line. If you have all of the sections of the abs equal squares, then you're having a lot of these momentary stops before your eyes move on. It's kind of like a jitter, and that's why angles are nice. They help guide the eye in a direction. So one thing I really like when artists do is when they add an S shape to the bottom of the sections, it makes it more organic and does happen in real life sometimes. But also, if you imagine pouring water into these sections, it'll slide down to that point and then into the next square like a funnel. This point is acting like an arrow to lead the eye downward. One great example of this is League of Legends' Deathsworn Zed Splashheart. If you look at his abs, you'll see it has that S shape leading you through the torso. In terms of volume, you have to remember it's not like paper, it's thick and you see it a bit from the side. Next group, obliques. Specifically the external obliques. After studying it a bit, I found out that there are actually different versions of it that deal with the different angles. But they seem to be hidden under the external obliques, so the external obliques are the ones you see. They're designed to turn the torso side to side and to twist it. It's connected to the 8th and 9th ribs, I think, so they're about the same level as where the abs connect. After that, they go down to the iliac crest, which is the side of the pelvis, and then on to a few of the lower ribs towards the back. They completely cover the side of the torso. It has 2 parts, the thoracic part, which is the bigger one, and the flank part. The thoracic part has a tendon sheet in the middle which goes over the abdomen so you can still see it, wraps around the rib cage towards the back and swoops down to the iliac crest. It ends just a little bit below the navel. From the side, you also see that the obliques have this serrated edge, like shark teeth, and cling to the ribs. They also interact with the serratus, which I'll talk about next. Proko has a great video on this, and it's what I was having playing while writing all my notes. But apparently, the flank part of the obliques hang a little towards the back and then swing back up to the rest of the iliac crest. This forms an S shape on the bottom. This was something I learned from Proko. Swinging around the back, it stops right before the pelvic sacrum. Next group, the Serratus. This one is designed to move the scapula, and it connects to a lot of the, if not most, of the ribs on the side. Shape-wise, it has this oval that points downward. Don't want to make it a circle or a symmetrical shape because it's not going to help guide the eye down the side if it's like that. After that, it fans out from the middle point. You don't have to worry too much about the number of them because the top half is covered with the pecs and the bottom bit is covered with the lats, so you only see like 3 or 4. Which, consequently, are the ones that interact with the external obliques. Kind of looks like a row of shark teeth on the side. Also, something Proko mentioned in the video that I'll link, so I'm just kind of repeating them here. But apparently, you only really see the active jagged lines of the serratus and the obliques if you're twisting and leaning, since that's what the obliques are used for. Otherwise, especially if you haven't really built them up, you won't see them too much. Also, other tips from the Proko video that I think were really helpful. If you draw a 45-degree angle from the pit of the neck, you'll find the nipple and the end of the serratus. Otherwise, from all other angles, he says to draw a line parallel to the edge of the rib cage, which are the obliques, and if you find the obliques, you find the serratus. Next and last group, lats and Erector Spinae. Lats, or the latissimus dorsi, is designed to move the arms back and turn them towards the chest. It's connected to the humerus, then down across the pelvic bone, or the sacrum. It also works with the Erector Spinae. The Erector Spinae is basically 2 columns that go from the mastoid process behind your ears and then down across your pelvic sacrum. It's the direct opposite of the abs, and it leans your back backwards. Directly sitting on top of that are the lats with this triangle shape. In the middle of the lats, there's a diamond tendon, so you can see the Erector Spinae below it. The traps sit a little above the lats. Swinging to the front, it twists before it connects to the humerus. It sits a little above the pectoralis connection point. From the side, you can see how it wraps around the side a bit, touching a bit of the iliac crest before joining to the sacrum. You can see the lats from the front as well, especially when the person has really built them up. One thing I noticed is there seems to be a waterfall effect from big, medium, and small. The lats are a small shape, again, unless the person's jacked, sliding to the serratus, which is the medium size, then down to the obliques, which are the biggest shape on the torso on the side. And with that, we've done a rundown of the torso anatomy. Hopes this makes sense, and if so, come over to my channel. I share my art journey and things I learned and whatnot. Just a little aside, sit down, get cozy, I want to talk a little bit. This will be my 14th video, which is crazy to me that I started this YouTube channel 4 months ago. But I've already seen improvements in how comfortable I am recording my voice and talking about art subjects and trying to teach what I've learned. When I first started, I was really nervous, kept stopping and feeling like I was just copying other artists, like I wasn't really teaching, I was just kind of regurgitating other people's words instead of my own. My voice wasn't great, again, because I was nervous. I was using my own headset mic, and then also on iMovie, so the audio was kind of poor. Since then, I got my own little lapel mic, and I record the audio in GarageBand, so it's actually, like, good quality. I've been feeling a bit more confident with speaking and teaching, and having you guys, like, actually like my videos and find them helpful really just pushes back that little voice in the back of my head. So I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who likes and supports my videos, leaves all those nice comments. They really make my day, and I just want to let you guys know I appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. Not just now, but forever, and I will see you next video. Mwah.